Talk loud, Jason.
On the Go Wrestling Q&A here with my guest, Xavier Rider. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good tonight. Tonight's been a good night.
So how long have you been in the wrestling business?
A little over a year.
So how did you get your start?
I was invited to go to a training session and by a buddy of mine, and I just took off from there.
So what was your inspiration to get into the wrestling business?
I've always been a fan of wrestling since I was a little kid, big time Warrior fan when I grew up, it was always, like WrestleMania 6, Hogan, Warrior, it was the greatest match I've ever seen on WrestleMania, but yes, just always been a fan of it.
So who's been some of your favorite talents you've been in the ring with?
That I've been in the ring with, Butcher, Matt Butcher, I've been in the ring with Rebel, with Tate, the Greenies vs. Vets match, that was a match being in the ring with all those guys at once was something special.
So what do you like to do outside of wrestling?
Outside of wrestling, I'm mainly just a family man. I love being around my kids, my wife, I just love being around my family. And of course, learning little wrestling moves and being in training all the time.
So if you could choose any era of wrestling to wrestle in, what would you choose?
Yeah, that's a real good one. For me, it would have to have been back in the Attitude era. That was one of the best eras of professional wrestling. You had the Attitude era going straight on with Monday Night Wars with WCW. It was just great time to be wrestling.
Who would be your dream opponent?
Rock Maivia.
So have you ever suffered any injuries in pro wrestling?
Actually, when I first started training, I had broken my ankle. I was out on the shelf for a little over a month.
So in the wrestling business, do you believe in the heel or face character, or does it bother you?
Sometimes being a heel or a face just determines just where you can go. To me, I'd rather be a face than a heel, but there's times where you do enjoy playing the heel. Going out there and making as many people mad as you possibly can. There's just something always attractive about being a heel.
So if they made a movie about you, what actor could play you and what would the title be?
Oh my God. Well, I've always been a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan. Maybe we would go with a title like Renegade or something.
So if you had any advice for someone pursuing a wrestling career, what would they be?
Make sure, number one, that you love what you're doing, and it's a lot of hard work. As long as you're willing to put in the work, the time, the effort to learn your craft, you will be successful.
Where can the fans follow you at?
I have a page on Facebook at Xavier Rider 28. You can also find me on the Atomic Championship Wrestling website too.
What's your next upcoming shows?
I have one June 11th. I will be at ACW at Stevens Fire Hall.
You can follow me on Facebook.com/QA Wrestling, YouTube, TheIndyWrestlingFan. Find me, search me, like my page, follow his stuff at Atomic Championship Wrestling. I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, and more videos coming soon.